I am in the shopping center of Walmart, and I can honestly tell you guys that it's so empty inside here that people don't have to tell me like about the economy or how the economy is doing this stuff like that because it's no one in this store buying anything. So I'm in Houston, Texas, and when I tell you that it's Friday. You could pretty much say Friday is payday across most places in the United States. But granted, this is the third, but it's the beginning of the month. So, most people are shopping, buying things at the beginning of the month so that they can, you know, last until the middle of the month, right? And then, but I'm in Walmart. I'm in Houston. It's my city. I'm back at the crib. And I had to come out here to get a few things off my grocery list. And it's like early morning. It's like 10 a.m. where I'm at. And guys, when I tell you that the store is empty, I'm gonna show you. Like the store is generally empty, and like no one could tell me that the economy is doing well because there's no one in here. It's no one in this store right now, and it's so crazy that people try to gaslight people and tell them work harder, um, that things are not that bad. I've asked older people. I was like, "Hey, was it better years ago? Like, were things better?" And a lot of people would be like, "Yeah, like things were way better. Like we could actually buy in and shop and afford things. We could buy things." Now people are struggling just to buy things. People are struggling just to buy things. And I remember a month ago I was here in Walmart. And guys, I remember couples walking around and only having one item in their backpack. You know what I mean? Like in their buggy. Like things are like really like not the best. If anybody tries to gaslight you and tell you that it is, they're lying to you. Now I'm one of the young people that's talking about this, and I tell people like, man, things are very difficult right now. Like things are very hard right now. Like people are struggling, and a lot of people are trying to say, no, it's not so bad. Like, nah, man, it's that bad. Americans are struggling. Now, why is that? I mean, even like I'm looking at this one young lady. She's attractive. She dragging a wagon. You heard me? And even the pretty girls are struggling. I repeat, even the attractive ladies are struggling. You could just tell by the way people walking inside here that they just trying to get what they need to get and get out of here. You remember like when you were a kid, you go to Walmart or something like that, and like you could kind of just take your time, look around, see what's in the store. When you go to the store now, do you do that? I guarantee you probably don't do that. You, like most people, when you get to the store, you're trying to get in and out of there as fast as possible. Why? Because it's just the state of how things are is just crazy. Um, the way things are right now is just really just insane. Like people just s- barely making it, man. Now, when I talk about how bad things are, that's not saying like everyone is living in a suitcase or something like that. What I'm saying is when you have to work multiple weeks to pay your rent, when you have to struggle to pay your other bills, your car insurance, life insurance, health insurance, when you're struggling, when you're struggling to make ends meet, and after you pay your bills, you have nothing less, nothing left. That's struggling, guys. That's not how you supposed to live. And a lot of Americans are living just like that. Um, a lot of Americans are just like after they pay their rent or mortgage, house insurance. There are all the many different types of insurances you need to live in the United States. They're struggling. They're straight up struggling, you know? And if anybody tells you that they're not, they're lying. The average American, but maybe even 3 out of 4, are like, are really struggling. Um, like, I like the comments out here. This is how I gauge the economy. I don't listen to what they tell me on the news, right? I'm not one of them people that's gonna go and listen to what somebody is saying on the news. I'm gonna hit the block. I'm gonna come on the streets. Come walk the streets and come outside, walk the streets, and that's how you're gonna see what people are really doing. Like a lot of times you guys are looking at people on the internet or what they're doing, how they're doing it. And I'm actually in Walmart as I'm talking to you. A lot of people listening to these people on the internet about how things are and stuff like that, but they not actually outside. You gotta hit the streets. Before you watch your video, ask yourself, are you really outside? Are the people in the video outside? Meaning, are they really in the real world? Are they talking to real people? A lot of people not even talking to real people. That's just the truth. A lot of people, guys, are really in a situation where they're just absorbing fake news. That's what Trump was talking about. He's talking about fake news. Fake news is people talking about what's going on or having an opinion on what's going on, and they're not even really outside. They're not really face to face with the real world, you know. And so, me being here, being outside, being in the midst of this stuff, and especially my job as a trucker, I really get to see just how crazy stuff is out here, man. Like, it's really it's really nuts, man. Like the average person, man, is not doing the best. They really not. The average person not doing too well. Now, I was talking to an ex-girlfriend yesterday, and she lives in New York, Brooklyn. And we were talking about how much it costs her to live in Brooklyn. And she said it costs for her to live comfortably in Brooklyn, $10,000 a month. I'm gonna repeat that. She told me that in order to live comfortably in Brooklyn, that she would need $10,000 a month. Now check this. Currently, she's out there by herself. It's not like it's a family of 3 or 4 or 5, just by herself. She would need 10,000 monthly, which may not sound like a lot. But once you start factoring in rent, insurances, all of these other things that we got to pay for. Then once you factor in taxes, because all of your money isn't your money, you still have to pay taxes. You realize like, wow, that is a lot of money. Like, wow, I'm actually having to do a lot. So things are really expensive. I went back the other day and I'm not a big candy person anymore. I used to be a candy fiend, but I'm trying to eat better. So I went and looked at the candy prices for one piece of like one individual thing of candy. And the type of candy I like Mike and Ike's, Jolly Rancher sours, the soft kind. I like chocolate here and there, Skittles, stuff like that, right? Airheads, you know. Guys, I picked up a bag of Airheads the other day, and the bag of Airheads was close to $3.50. Now, guys, you gotta realize, like, as a 30-year-old, I grew up on Airheads. All right, I grew up on Airheads, guys. A pack of like it was some Airhead bites. The pack of the Airhead bites was how much? Was right at it was right at $3 and some change. Now you got to look at this from a kid's perspective, not as an adult. Sure, an adult can afford it, but I want you to look at it as a kid, right? As a kid, can you just pull out and pay for? Can you just pull out and pay for? Uh, can you just pull out and pay for a pack of candies that cost $4? Come on, no. As a kid, I was lucky. I was lucky if my mom and dad gave me $2. I want you to look at this as from a kid's perspective, right? I don't want you to use your adult brain. When we was coming up, mom, dad, my dad worked in the golf, so sometimes he'll come home and he'll give me $60. All right, he'll give me $60. Now I was a youngster, so I'll go buy video games. But on a day to day, my mom would give me change to go to school with to make purchases. So imagine in those days, you try to buy some candy. The candy as a kid cost $3.50. Guys, the economy is crazy. When a bag of candy costs $4, and I'm not talking about like a king size or a big bag. I'm talking like I'm in a convenience store. I look down at the candy. The candy costing that much money. The inner kid in me was outraged. The young kid in me, the young person, like the person that grew up, like we're all adults now. I'm an adult now, but we still have like the kid version that's inside of you. You know who you were when you were a kid. Man, I looked at that in disgust. I was like, "Oh, that's how y'all rocking for a bag of candy?" Now I'm in this Walmart, right? They got workers inside here, mainly like older people, but it's not really like on a Friday. It's not really a lot of people in here, man. People don't have money to buy stuff no more, man. And you have to eat. Walmart, like, they got in Houston, Texas, they got HEB. HEB be popping, by the way. They got HEB. Then they got some little grocery store. So it's usually HEB, a food chain type place, or they hit a Walmart, or they got Kroger's, right? Man, the biggest flex now, people used to flex like if you had like cars or something like that, it was a flex. The flex now is, can you go to the store and buy groceries? So tell me what you think. I would love to hear your comments. I'm about to check out. Do you think